Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs just took a big L against the Tennessee Titans defense that was shorthanded on the day. If you're a Chiefs fan, how do you feel about your chances of making it back to the playoffs? And if you're a Tennessee Titans fan, how does it feel being on top of the AFC? Fade the intro. Welcome back to my channel. This is Workplace Sports Talk. I'm your guy, Tim That Talks. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you don't miss a video. Please help me. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of this month, so I appreciate your help in that goal. I'm also going to start putting some of my clips over on TikTok, so if you want shorter content from me, I'm gonna put it over there. Please subscribe and follow also. Now for some quick observations from Sunday's game against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was held to under 250 yards and 0 touchdowns for the first time in his career. Titans defense stood up and shut Patrick Mahomes down. Titans versus the Chiefs. Tennessee Titans had the best quarterback on the field that day. Ryan Tannehill was playing out of his mind in the first half. Other than that ill-advised interception, Ryan Tannehill was thrown with such accuracy. Tennessee Titans defense was harassing Patrick Mahomes all day. They were playing as if there was a top 5 defensive line in the league. It was a good sight to see, and that's something we need to be contenders in the AFC and in the NFL. Now, some of the stars on offense for the Tennessee Titans. A.J. Brown had himself a hell of a game. In the first half, he had 6 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. He would end the game with 8 catches for 133 yards. A.J. Brown was unstoppable. He was looking fast. I guess that Chipotle finally got out of his system and he was running very light on his feet. Looked like a man amongst boys. Derrick Henry had a decent game. He didn't have 100 yards, but he had 29 carries for 86 yards at 3 yards in the average. He had 1 throwing touchdown that was clutch in the end zone to Michael Pruitt. He might not have had a big day, but his presence was known. He had some very good key first down runs, and he had 2 catches for 16 yards. He still is one of the most valuable players in the NFL, as long as one of the best players on the Tennessee Titans. He might not have liked his rushing yards, but he made an impact in today's game. Ryan Tannehill had a very good game. He was 21 for 27, 270 yards for 1 touchdown, as long as he also ran a touchdown in. He was thrown with touch and accuracy all day. When he had time in the pocket, Ryan Tannehill was throwing bombs down the field. He was looking like the best quarterback on the field, and I'm glad he's a Tennessee Titan. Honorable mentions on offense. Michael Pruitt showed up again with 2 really big catches. He had 1 good touchdown catch from Derrick Henry. Second-year guy Evans had some meaningful snaps. He looked really fast out there, which tells me they're trying to phase McNichols out. He's done good work, but Evans is the guy you want toting the rock after Derrick Henry. Now, the stars on the defensive side of the ball was the whole defensive line. They made a statement today. They were on fire. Autry, Evans, Landry, and Long. These guys were studs for the Tennessee Titans. The Nico Autry, I said it last week, I'm going to say it again, is the best offseason pickup for the Tennessee Titans this year, especially since they got him playing in 3 technique. The guy's coming off the ball so fast. He's getting the most consistent pressure on the Tennessee Titans D line. He had 2 really big sacks in today's game and could have had more, but Patrick Mahomes, being one of the best quarterbacks, was getting rid of the ball before he went down. But Autry had a really good sack on 3rd and long and a good sack on 4th and long for the Tennessee Titans in the second half. Autry just keeps showing up on the stat sheet. Linebacker Evans showed up today. He was Johnny on the spot with 2 turnover recoveries. He had 1 interception that was tipped up from David Long, and he had another fumble recovery at the end of the game. This guy was Johnny on the spot again, and it was good to see because I was starting to get worried that they were phasing Evans out, but today he showed up and he showed out. David Long again is showing you that he is the best linebacker on the Titans. He had 6 tackles today. He tipped the pass up for a turnover, and almost every tackle he was somewhere around the ball. David Long is very instinctful. That's what we wanted Evans to be, but we got it in a smaller package, and his name is David Long, and he's going to be a household name in Tennessee Titans fans for years to come. Honorable mentions on the defense side of the ball. Landry showed up again in the sack column. He now has 7.5 sacks on the year, and he's just getting better every game. He was getting good pressures on the Chiefs and Mahomes all day. Bud Dupree got his first sack as a Tennessee Titan, and he looked so fast out there, and it was a meaningful sack. It was on 3rd and long in the first half, so it was very good to see our big acquisition get a sack, and hopefully this is 1 sack that leads into 9 more by the end of the season. Kevin Byard shows up again. His ball hawking playmaking ability showed up when he punched the ball out Patrick Mahomes' arms when he was making a really good run. Kevin Byard is showing why he is the leader in the secondary, as well as one of the leaders on the Tennessee Titans. When a play needs to be made, he has made the play 3 weeks in a row. So Kevin Byard is having another Pro Bowl season. Cruikshank gets the start for the injured Amani Hooker with a groin, and Cruikshank had a very good game. This is another week. Cruikshank held Kelce down as much as you can hold a guy like Travis Kelce down. He was all over him all day. That's the difference in the secondary for the safeties for the Titans. They can guard tight ends, and they are playing very physical. Cruikshank is looking really good right now. He's looking very physical and big. The Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator Todd Downing called a very good game. It was a masterpiece game plan. It was get up on the Chiefs quick and often and do not relent, and that is exactly what happened. So hats off to Todd Downing in this game. 2 weeks in a row with top AFC contenders that the Tennessee Titans have shut them down defensively and has showed up offensively. The Tennessee Titans is now a team to fear in the AFC. The Tennessee Titans defensive line is now have to be one of the top 5 defensive lines in the NFL. Quarterbacks are now going to be worried because they're going to see all the pressures that the Tennessee Titans are getting, and they know that they're going to have to be accurate throwing on run now. Tennessee Titans play the Indianapolis Colts next week, and if we take care of business, we're going to be 3 games up in the division, and no one in our division is even playing to as close as contendership as we are. So we can take the reins in the AFC South and be looking for home games for the playoffs. So Tennessee Titans is playing some really good ball right now. If you like my content, please subscribe and turn your notifications on and hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And if you stayed to the end of this video, then that means you find what I'm saying very interesting. So thank you for the support. See you next time. Tighten up.